Good evening everyone. Welcome to Gradeup's MBA Prep channel. So today we are going to do abstract reasoning, another variety of question which is analogies. Right. In the last video we did some questions on series in which you have to find the missing term in the series based on the figures. Today we shall be doing analogies. What are analogies? If I ask you what are analogies, what do you mean by analogy? So analogy means that whenever there you have, like you in normal terms also, if you talk about analogy means two things that have similar relation, right? So if I say that like if I say this thing that 7 so if I take 749 and then I say 10, then obviously that thing will come to your mind as 100, right? Because it is square of a number, right? So this is called analogy, right? Now the same thing, the same analogies, it could be applied in abstract reasoning as well. You have certain images, so two images will follow certain rule. Another pair of image will have the same rule. So you are given one out of those two images and you have to find the second image in this case. Okay, so this is what is meant by analogy, and this is one of the type of questions that is asked in the examination. Okay, all right. So let's begin the session for the day. So in these figures, there is a definite relationship between the first two figures. So this figure is related to this figure in some way. So this figure is related to this figure in the same manner. Okay, so you have to find that which of the following figures will be the answer figure. So the relation between these two figures is the same as the relation between these two figures, and you have to tell that which figure will be the answer option. Which of these options will have the same relation? If you put that option here, that would make the same relation. Some people do not know the name of these kind of questions. These are called analogy questions, wherein two sets of figures have the same relation. So this relation is same in this case as well. Now we generally have the habit of looking from left to right, right? So we see that what is happening to this figure. Instead, see in the reverse manner. Okay, so instead of that, let us see what change does this figure have in this. So same change this figure will have in this. Instead of looking this way, look the reverse way. Okay, so what is the change that you can see? You see that this image has moved in the anti-clockwise direction. So this thing has come here, this thing has moved down, and this thing has shifted this side, right? So anti-clockwise movement, and this first image is replaced by another image, right? So this has become new image, and the count has reduced by 1. So there were 3 in number, there are 2 in number. This triangle has moved to this side, okay, and it has increased by 1. There were 2 triangles, here are 3 triangles. The stars were 6 and here you see 5 stars. So reduced by 1. So same logic will apply here. So this should be these zeros should be replaced by some image, and that should be 4 of that kind. Now this, there are 2 T's, so there will be 3 T's on this side, and there are 5 stars, so you will have 4 stars here. Okay, so first of all, that will help you reject these options. No, you can easily reject these 2 options because these are 4 stars. Okay, then there should be 3 T's, so you can eliminate this option as well. So you are left with 2 options, second and third option. Okay, now what will happen? You should have some image that has 4 of something new, right? So it has 5 boxes, this has 4S. So your answer will be option 2. So instead of looking in the forward direction, we can look in the backward direction and get the result. Okay, because it is difficult to, I mean, you can look in the forward direction also, that is not an issue, right? You will say that 3 triangles have become 2, so you will say that there must be 3 T's that have become 2 T's. Okay, so that's how we do it. Is it clear? So what has happened from this to this? If you look from this image to this image, this has been replaced by a new image. Movement is anti-clockwise. Okay, anti-clockwise movement. This has been replaced by a new image and one less in number. The second one, which was in the middle, the number has increased by 1, and the one which was towards the end, the number has decreased by 1. So here also we will have 4 stars. Here we will have 3 T's, the number will increase by 1, and we will have 4 of some new object. So that fits this condition. Okay, alright, so let's solve this question. TISNET, yet you might get like 1 or 2 questions. It's not like a regular topic, right? Unlike in MAH CET where you have entire section which has 25 questions. TISNET you will hardly get a question or 2 from this thing. Cubes and dice are not asked in CET. Right now, recently they have not been asking. Right, in the past they used to ask those questions also. To find the relation between these 2 figures. Again, instead of looking in this direction, look in the reverse direction. What has happened from this figure to this figure? Apply the same rationale from this figure to this figure. So if we see this, what is happening? This was on the top, this has moved to the 3rd position with opposite direction. Okay, so this will move to the 3rd position with opposite direction. So if you have 1, 2, 3, 4 images, the 3rd image should be this with like this. Okay, so this will eliminate option 5. This image was at the 2nd position, this has moved to the 4th position with opposite direction. So this arrow will move to the 4th position with this direction. Okay, so this helps us eliminate this option. The 3rd image, which was this, now it has moved to this position with opposite direction. Okay, opposite direction, this, so this will be moved to the opposite direction, 1st position. So you will have a like this shape. Okay, so now we are left with 2 options. Okay, so that the 4th image, it remains in the same direction as 2nd position. So 4th image, 2nd position, same direction. So you will have this one. So your answer will be option 1. Okay, see the directions also, in which direction they are going. So 4th is not the answer because the 4th image, if you see the 4th image is moved to the 2nd position with the same direction. So this image will move to the 2nd position with the same direction. So it should be facing, the circle should be this side, not this side. Okay, so you need to be careful with all the elements that are present and how they are moving in that. So this thing, remember that if they give the 3rd option as the blank, so look in this direction. That will be, then you will be able to do it in a faster way. We generally have the tendency that we look from this to this. We say कि left से right में क्या change हुआ है. Instead of that, you see कि right से left में क्या change आया. Okay, that will help you solve it faster. See, this abstract reasoning has 25 questions. There is no such thing that it will be a fixed number. You can have 5, 7, 8, right? So you can consider around 7 to 10 questions of analogies, right? So you have 2-3 topics from which they have been asking in the past. Now see what is happening from right to left and apply the same here. So if we see this, it is what it is doing. First of all, these lines, they were extreme towards the outside one, they have to be inside. So obviously these lines will be inside. Okay, now let us see that what is happening to this. So this was this side, this has changed. Okay, this was this side, it was right hand side, it remained the same, and this also changed. Okay, so it changed its direction. So same will happen here. This was facing this side, so it will face this side. This will remain like this, and this will also change its direction. So at least you can eliminate some options using this. You are left with two options. Okay. Now see this, you just need to check for this element, because these two are exactly the same in both. Just check for this element, what will happen to this element. So this element was facing right side this time, and it changed to left side. Okay, so this is facing right side, this will change to left side. So your answer will be option 5. So no need to check the entire thing, right? Try to do it in the minimum possible time. Why to check the entire thing? ये देखो, ये तो common ही है ना दोनों में, this portion. So just check for this element, what is happening to this element, and you get the answer. Okay, all right. So let's look at the next question. This is a simpler one. So what is happening to this image? Again, look from left to right. Okay. Now this is a triangle. Okay, and this is, so what is happening to the triangle? The triangle is going down and is becoming the external figure. Okay. Now the square is going up and it is becoming the internal figure. So what will happen? The triangle will go up and it will become the internal figure. So triangle should be inside something. So this gets eliminated, this gets eliminated. Okay, and circle should come down and become something external. Okay, so if you see this, now if you see this, this looks as a better as a circle, right? This looks like an oval shape. This is perfect circle, so it looks like a circle. So you will choose this as your answer. Okay, so this is a better option as an answer. Also, if you see, if you notice another thing, so it is the square and outside it has pentagon, right? So 4 and outside you have 5 sides. So similarly, triangle, it is enclosed by a 4-sided figure. Okay, so that is another reason to mark this as the answer. Okay. Let's answer this question. Find the relation between these two images. So how will we do is see. Now we will again see from this image to this image. ठीक है, पहले let us see कि the one which is blank one, what is the movement of this blank figure. So 1 2 3 135 degrees. Those who do not get that degree thing, right, so get that thing कि कितने times rotate हुआ है, 1 2 3 times, right, so it will be rotated 3 times, 1 2 3 in this direction. So this will be your blank side. Okay, so this eliminates two options straight away. Okay, now we see this thing. अब एक चीज कॉमन देखो कि all of them have the same structure, right? So it means this should be the structure of the remaining two hands. What we have to notice is which portion is shaded. Okay, so which portion is shaded in this? In this case, you see that this side is being shaded, the right side. Okay, when you turn it, right, the right side is being shaded. Okay, so here you have the right side. In this case, the left side is being shaded. Okay, so you should have the left side being shaded. Okay, so this you can eliminate. You can say that left side is being shaded. Okay, in this figure, if you see this should be the same rotation, right? So this side is shaded, this side is not shaded. So it will have these two options. Now the third thing, right? In this case, the inside was shaded, in this outside was shaded, right? So we see the reversal of this. The inner half was shaded, in this outer half is shaded. So in this case, inner half is shaded. So in this case, outer half should be shaded. So that is option 4. Okay, so close observation of all the elements, right? So is the confusion clear that why will it be option 4? Because if you see these two, right, inner portion, outer portion, inner portion, so outer portion should be shaded in this. Alright, so now let's look at the next one. Again, we will see the movement like this. So try to see element by element, right? Try to see one element first and then tend to eliminate options, right? So do not look at all the elements all together, right? Let us say out of these 6 elements, try with one element that will help you eliminate some cases. So if we see the first element, right, let us see the first element. So I mean, do not check all 6 things. Check one by one, maybe 1 or 2 at a time. Do not check all 6 ki har cheez mein kya ho raha hai. That will take a lot of time to solve. So if I see the first element, it has been tilted like this, right? No 90-degree rotation in the clockwise direction. So rotate this 90-degree clockwise, what will you get? You will get this kind of shape, right? Wherein the shaded portion is on the left hand side, right side wala white hoga. Right, so shaded on the left hand side. So one element, this thing got rejected. Okay, now this thing, if you notice, it is again rotation in this side. So rotate it this side. If you rotate it this side, you will see that again this kind of shape you should get. Okay, so this eliminates option 3, right? So you are left with 3 more options, right? Now if you see ki what is, now this element is common in all 3 options, right? So do not check for this movement. Okay, this is different. So let us check for this, what is happening to this. So this got rotated like this. So when it gets rotated, this becomes shaded and unshaded. So we will rotate this element like this. We will get this thing like this. Okay, so this will eliminate option 4 also. Now we are left with 3 options. Okay, so so we are left with 2 options basically. So this is same, this is different, right? So check for this element. Okay, so if you see this element, it is like rotation in this direction. So rotate this in this direction, you will get this side shaded and this side clean, right? So that means this again can be eliminated. The answer is option 2. So no need to check for all 6. We checked for 4 of the 6 elements and got the answer. Okay, so basically you have to check the individual elements to figure out the answer, but you should not be checking all the elements at once. Try with one element and try to eliminate options. Okay. So this is the image and it is turned to this thing. You have to find the relation between this. So again we will look from this point. So what is happening in this? First of all, it is rotated in this manner. Okay? So rotate by 90 degrees in this direction. What will that is, of course, that is there in all, right? So you not need to worry about this. Okay, now what are the 2 elements that are coming to the? So if you see from here to here, right, which 2 elements have gone where? It was at the center, it moved towards right side. Okay, this moved towards center. So if you compare these 2, what has happened to this? Right, so S was here, square was here, right, and this black circle was here, and this was this and arrow. Okay, so this went to the center, right? The one on the right hand side will go to the center. So this will come in this will be in the center. Okay, so this eliminates options, this and this. Okay, this has come to the center. The arrow moves to the top and on the right hand side. So this arrow will move to the top and right hand side. So top and right hand side. So this will eliminate option 3. Okay. Now S. This has become a new shape, isn't it? This has become a new shape here. So this came, this moved to the left side. Okay, so this star should move to the it came down, I mean this thing came down and at this position, right? So this will come down to the leftmost position. So yes, you can eliminate this option also. This will be your answer, right? So that the answer will be 1. So if you see this, in this case the arrow has moved down to the leftmost position, so it will move down to the leftmost position. This is the leftmost position, so that will be your answer. Okay, so this was a slightly difficult one. You had to analyze each and every element carefully. Okay, all right, so let's look at the next one. So among these shapes you have to tell that which shape will come in the position. So now it might seem easy for you because we are habitual to look from left to right. So what will be the thing after you arrange it? So see this, what is happening in this? It is this was combined into two parts, right? So the first part is the mirror image, right? So the bottom part will be the mirror image. So it should be like this. Now you can eliminate these two options straight away, right? So bottom part is mirror image. How will the mirror image look like? The mirror image will look like something like this, okay, and like this. Okay, now this is this, and what happens to the top part? That is just the water image of the bottom part, right? So it will be just the water image of this part. Okay, so this will be like this. So the answer will be option A. Okay, exactly the same on top of it. Okay. So let's find the analogy between these two. So again we'll look from left to right. So which of these will be the change format? So if you see this was facing this side, this is facing this side. So this you have to change. This remains facing on the right hand side, so this remains same. This will change. Okay. So we'll make the changes here. We'll make it face this side. We'll have to make this face side. We'll make this face this side, and this will be the line like this. Okay. So this you can eliminate. This you can eliminate. Okay. This you can eliminate. You're left with just two options, right? So we are left with two options. Now see these two are same. Okay, we have to check for just for this one. Okay, so this one got reversed, so this will be facing like this. So that will be your answer. So there is a relation between 1 and 2. Right, same relation you have to establish between 3 and 4. This is much simpler one than the previous one. What is the relation between these figures? So see what is happening, this plus is going to this side and becoming 2 times. So you will have 2 times at the rate here. Okay, so you can eliminate these two options. Okay, now this dollar is moving down and becoming 2 times. So this will move down and will become 2 times. So that will be your answer. So if you have found out you have eliminated some of the options, right, do not need to check for all the 4 things. Okay, so make this a habit that do not check for all the things. Maybe by checking for a few things you are able to find out the wrong options. So remove the wrong options, that will be your answer. So find the the element that will make the same relation. So if we see the relation, what is happening in this is the shaded one, like let's see the movement. So 1, 2, 3, right? So it will move 3 spaces to the anti-clockwise direction. So in this, the shaded one should be this side. Okay, so you can eliminate these options. You're left with 2 options, right? So obviously this will be on this side. Now the shaded portion was inside, it is inside only. So it is inside, so the shaded one will be inside. So that is your answer. Okay, see the movement of this shaded portion. Okay, now obviously automatically this, when you eliminate options, you are able to get that only C and E are the only possible options, and hence you can get the answer. Let's find a figure with the same relation. So let's do this one. What will be the answer in this? So see this. This is the bucket, right? And it has gone to the center with an inverted form, right? So here you will get this bucket in this format. Okay, so you can eliminate some of the options. Okay, you have eliminated options A and D. So look element by element and try to eliminate things. So this thing which was at this corner, it has come to the center, but here you do not have anything in the corner. No, sorry, the central thing has come to this corner with a 90-degree rotation. So it will come to the corner with 90-degree rotation. So it will be like this. Okay? So you can further eliminate option B. So you have to find the movement of this thing, right? So you have to check for this thing. Now if you see this, it has rotated by 90 degree will be here 135 degree, right? 135 degree. This is like, see, if you have difficulty in visualizing, think like this, ki 90 degree rotation will make it like this. Okay, and then again if you further rotate it by 45 degrees, right, you can do it in 2 parts, right? So this will be like this. So basically total 135 degree rotation. Okay, and now here we have this image. So 90 degree if you rotate it like this, so that will be like this thing. Right, and another 45 degree rotation would mean that this is like this. No, not like this, this side. It will be like this with this on this side. So this is option C. Okay, see the rotation, and this will be on option C. Okay, so this is how we do this. So in case you are unable to visualize 135 degree at once, you can break and do it into 2 parts, like first 90 degree rotation, then again 45 degree rotation. Okay. So find this, that which figure has the same relation. So this is a simple one. I mean, you can see this, that the third image has become the external one, right? Second will come to the top, this will be bottom, and this will be outside, right? So this will be outside, you have a triangle, right? This will circle will come on the top, and on bottom you will have this, so which is option C. Okay. Alright, so these were the questions for the day, right? I hope you enjoyed the questions, and like we had a mixture of different variants of questions, some easy, some difficult, okay, all mix of questions. Okay, so we have launched this course for like other MBA entrance examinations, the batch 3, right? It is launched and you can enroll in it, and we have this mega mock of CAT running. It started today and it will be available till 9th of August till 7 AM. So in case you are you want to participate in it, you can take the test. It is available for free. You just need to register on the site and take this test. Okay, so that's it for today's session. I hope you enjoyed the class, you enjoyed solving the questions. So thanks for watching the video. Have a great night. Goodbye.